Hi, and welcome back to my channel. In today's book review video, I will be discussing The Little House by the Sea by Tracy Rees. It is book number 1 in her Penny Strand Village series. Now, this is the third book that I have read by Tracy Rees, and I love that this book, which is a women's fiction book from Bookouture, is the first book in a new series, because it's going to be a very lovely series if anything can be taken from this book. Now, it doesn't start off on a good note, though. We have Kitty Roberts, who has been spending a lot of time searching for the perfect house for her and her boyfriend. One day, after tirelessly searching, she comes home, and they have an open concept small place. So when she opens that door, she sees everything in her apartment. Well, what does she see? She sees her boyfriend in the arms, in the throes of passion, with another woman. He dumps her, he goes off, and now Kitty's not sure what she wants to do. One thing she doesn't want to do is she doesn't want to renew the lease of the apartment she's in. Obviously, she's not going to continue the house hunt. So she makes a choice. She gets some advice, she seeks counsel, she seeks guidance, and she's advised to make an escape, to go somewhere where she's familiar. She will find her happiness if she does this. So Kitty thinks about this, but she doesn't think about it just simply on her own. In fact, she talks to her sister Cooper, who she has a very, very, very close relationship with, because when their parents divorced, Cooper, who is 6 years older than Kitty, was her confidant, her advisor, her friend. Anytime Kitty had a problem, she would go to Cooper. So even with Cooper being there for her, and Cooper has 2 boys, and Case is very close to her nephews, Kitty's very close to her nephews, she decides to take the advice that she sought out after and go away. So where does she go? She goes to Wales, to a very small village, and she rents a little cottage for 6 months. She takes on a 6-month lease. First thing that Kitty wants to do is to get to know her surroundings and her neighbors and the other villagers there. Well, it doesn't happen right away, but she does meet somebody, and it's a very nice lady, a lady with a little girl named Magpie. And as they're about to part ways that particular day, when Kitty meets her, she tells her, "Oh, by the way, if you want a job, I know of a place that's hiring." Now, Kitty had just thought she was going to get a promotion at the job that she had when she was with her boyfriend. But now, of course, on this little extended vacation, she's jobless. But she's got advice or a connection to a possible job. So she goes and she gets a job. It's basically to sell real estate. Well, the thing is, Kitty loves houses. She loves the architecture. She loves the history. She loves all the ins and outs. So this job she feels would be perfect for her. And fortunately, she gets hired. So boom, now she has a job. A 6-month lease on a beautiful little cottage, completely furnished. It's a beautiful area, gorgeous sunsets, warm beaches, friendly neighbors. And then she also meets somebody named Corey Hudson, who's a surfer with a huge following. Life can't get any better, can it? Now, Kitty, of course, isn't ready to just jump into a relationship, because that's not her reason for being in this little village of Penny Strand. No, she's only there for 6 months. Okay? So is she going to stay in Penny Strand? And how does this job that she has taken on as a real estate agent, in training nonetheless, but how does this job affect her? And how does the relationships that she builds with some of the other neighbors pan out, as far as giving her some sort of footing, some sort of grounding after that devastating breakup from her longstanding boyfriend? I loved it because, first of all, you got to see a lot of Kitty's thinking, how peeking in other people's lives, like when you're going and you're showing houses and thinking about that. So it started Kitty thinking about, maybe I'll stay longer. And if I stay longer, perhaps I can buy a house of my own. Now, I loved this whole thing with Kitty and her new job because her boss, Rolly, and I think it's Maris, the other woman that worked at the agency, they were lovely, lovely people. And Kitty basically found her home. All along, though, she still never thought about that close connection with Cooper, and now she's going to be living several hours away from Cooper should she decide to stay. Now, what's going to happen with Mitch, the guy that cheated on her? Is he ever going to be in the picture? Or what about Corey, the beautiful surfer man? I want to say surfer boy, but he's definitely not a boy. Where will that go? Well, he was only in town for a minute because he's on a world tour. So now Kitty can focus on her goals. And that's what this book is. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, lovely story about finding what someone wants in life and making it happen organically. And that's what I saw with Kitty. It's just putting one foot in front of the other and trying to see where her future will lie. Now, the thing is, this is on the coast of Wales. Her sister's living in London, and there's some drama in the family that will come up in the book. So with all of that, with the ups and downs that Kitty is facing, I love the fact that this is the first book in a series. Now, it ended wonderfully because of Kitty's decision making that she had along the way. So even though her dreams were dashed when her boyfriend cheated on her, it didn't take away her adventurous spirit and her spirit to find who she was, where she was going to go from there, and where she would eventually settle. So if you want to enjoy a nice, relaxing read, one that will make you warm up to obviously to Kitty, but to some of the supporting characters, and even find some characters that will make you scratch your head, I loved it. Very, very good book by Tracy Rees. And I want to thank NetGalley and, of course, Bookouture, the publisher, for this, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten my hands on it. Now, I'm pretty sure that you can get this on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm going to double check for you because sometimes I remember to do it and sometimes I don't, but I just checked, and yes, it is available with your Kindle Unlimited subscription. So if you're watching a lot of my book reviews, you're going to find that most of my reviews, probably 80% of them, are Bookouture. And of the Bookouture titles that I review, probably 80% of those are on Kindle Unlimited. So there you have it, The Little House by the Sea by Tracy Rees, book number 1 in the Penny Strand Village series. All right, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.